Hey everybody, we are live. This is High Shelf Gaming. I am David. We are playing some Cyberpunk Red tonight. And I just realized that my mic has been open on the stream during the music this entire time. So you all are hearing half the conversation there in chat.
Oh, David.
I did that the other day, but with everyone's mics, and we didn't realize for like 5 minutes.
Yes. And Taylor, welcome to the show today. Very excited. This is our crossover episode.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of BoJack Horseman, we should have Mr. Peanut Butter, the yellow dog. Crossover episode? Yeah, so this is what we're doing today. I'm
yes.
so excited to have you here.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've got to play a character in Cyberpunk.
Which,
So
good,
I've only
good.
been-
Maybe, hopefully she'll make it, right? That's always the test, is that like, do they
Honestly,
live or do they not?
I mean, it'd be a good story if she didn't too. I'm okay either way.
I'm pretty sure you have the chops to survive a Cyberpunk game. You're like, I know how to kill PCs, so I know how to not die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So hey everybody, we are a couple announcements, things High Shelf Gaming is doing. Actually, before I talk about a bunch about us, Taylor, can you talk a little bit about the con save and what you guys do and all that good stuff?
Yeah. So we are a actual play at heart. We are a group of people that have played D&D, Pathfinder separately together. I think we did the math and it was like 30 combined years of like tabletop role play between us all. We're like, okay. So we decided, one, I wanted to play Cyberpunk really bad, and two, I wanted people to continue to play Cyberpunk with me. So I was like, we should stream it, guys. Let's get a game going. And
that's how you get buy-in, for sure. It's like you have to show up. You have to show up. You have to be on camera. It's, oh, I got this commitment. If I'm not there, it's gonna suck.
Yep. So yeah, we decided to kind of learn that, and we've all it's kind of taken over all of our lives. Mine for the last year, my players since we've kind of gotten going, and we play games. We talk about it. We're getting hyped for Red, and now 2077, which is almost here. And then, and then we're also doing soon. Jake just told everyone yesterday we're going to start another stream of doing D&D. He wants to run Tomb of Annihilation, so we're going to start that next month and have the goal is just to bring in as many different tabletop RPGs as possible. But we started with Cyberpunk because I'm in charge and I like sci-fi and cyberpunk. So
yep, that is why that's why Cyberpunk happens on HSG.
Yep, there we go.
I was like, I love this game, I want to run it, and we was like, okay, I'll play whatever game you're running. It's like, cool. Thank you, my friends. And to do quick introductions for everybody else here, next to me is Mike playing Oz, the great and powerful Oz. Next to Mike is Casey playing Vinton, our nomad, with the green hair today. And you're out on the road again. You're in your truck now.
Yep. I'm over here in Dodge City, Kansas. Bring me food, please.
Yes. He won't say no to pizza, folks. And
no, I will not say no to pizza.
Next to Casey is GSSG playing Ta, our techie. Huzzah, indeed. And then we've talked a little bit with Taylor, who's just vertical beneath me. And then all the way down is Katrina playing Dr. Violet, our med tech.
Hey, everyone.
So let's talk a little bit about High Shelf Gaming. We have some cool stuff going on. I've re-recorded for the third time because I just can't help myself. The next running Cyberpunk video, all about setting up your first scene, your first job for your players. I'm finally happy with that recording, so that'll get out the door probably tomorrow. And then we are working on, can we talk about it now? Is it okay to start talking about this thing? Okay, I'm getting some nods from the people in charge. So High Shelf Gaming is, at the end of this year, going to run a long series of actual plays as a charity. We're going to do 12 days of actual play over the course of about 14 days, from the 19th of December to the 2nd of January. Every evening, and maybe more than every evening that we can, save for specific holidays, we are going to run an actual play, have GMs. A lot of the people in this panel right now are going to run games. Yep, Taylor and Katrina and Casey's talking about running a game. I'm going to run some games. We're going to be running games and raising money for a charity to be named. We have a short list of charities that we're evaluating, and just trying to figure out which one would be the easiest and most effective for us to put a lot of good towards. And I'm loving this because I really need something to palate cleanse 2020 away. And I think like
Yeah.
14/12 days of charity work is going to make me feel real good about my end of 2020, right?
Agreed.
So that is going to be super awesome. Folks, watch all of our socials because we're all involved to hear more as we roll that sucker out. We're lining up GMs now. We've got a lot of folks involved. I'm very excited. I think Wandering DM is going to do a thing. I think John the Wise is going to do a thing. The Consave, you guys are involved. The Jabroni TV folks, they're involved. They're running a couple of games. So like,
Connor, Cyberwolf is running a game for sure.
yep.
As is Ethan and Mike, who runs our Blades game.
Yeah.
And Hugo.
Oh yeah, and Hugo from Death Die Club. Yes, of course. So like all the family, right? Like we just love a lot of different groups and a lot of different people, and this is a really awesome opportunity for all of us to, I don't know, do some good at the end of the year and like say, hey, I ended on a high note, and it didn't get the best of me, and let's welcome 2021 and hope that it is better than what all of this was. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever this was.
Exactly. Thank you, Canadian Moose. Thank you. TCal, yeah. Okay, yeah. So if you are interested in getting involved as a player or as a GM, GM spots are actually filling up fast. But if you want to get involved as a player, join the Discord and DM me, HSG David, to get on the list for folks that can play in games for this charity event. We are super hyped for the whole thing. All right. Well, should we get into it? Should we get into some Cyberpunk Red?
Let's do it.
Awesome. So this setup is this kind of happens after the crew dealt with Esplatoon and the last mission where not mission but the last situation where we had Roy's getting kind of accosted or visited. I'm going to say visited by Shiv Rav and that whole gang. You have firmly but friendly shooed them out of Roy's, the gas station, back up to Prosper, where the Shiv Rav camp has taken root. And Hitchens, we'll bring up Hitchens real quick. Where's my Hitchens? He's in here somewhere. In amongst all of the pictures of all of the NPCs that I've just dumped in here over the years. There we go. So Hitchens is a fixer contact of you all's, and Dr. Violet had been interested in a little company called Organs Express, and going through Hitchens has found contacts over there and that sort of thing. And so we're going to pick up our evening tonight with the folks from the Midnight Runners, Violet and Oz and Vinton and Ta, all headed into Night City to like meet up with the head vet tech at Organs Express, Miss Lorna. And so we're going to be in Night City for the majority of this. Let's go to the Night City map real quick, which is not the Hot Zone map. There we go. So here in Night City, let us invite Dexy to go back home and rest while we grab Tosser in here. So Taylor, I kind of see the good folks of Meat Wagon and of Organs Express probably living down near like Rancho Coronado, and then they can like run up into all of the combat zones and hit like Haywood and Rancho Coronado and down into Pacifica if needed. So
Yeah.
I kind of see them as down here near these highways and near this bridge getting into Night City proper. And to give a quick summation of this area, all of these like orangish yellow zones, these are all like, full of people trying to get jobs and make their living, and they're spare changing and they're doing odd jobs and all that they can to find housing, find food, that kind of thing. They're all within the city limits. It's a pretty packed area, but Rancho Coronado is notable in this setting because there is a gang of folks who know Silas and may she rest in peace, Blue. And this gang of folks have kind of started to take over Rancho Coronado. They're a bunch of like old West enthusiasts, and they have started to enact kind of a martial law around Rancho Coronado. So there's this real tenuous piece between the REO Meat Wagon and Organs Express corporations and the new local authority here in Rancho. Basically, you guys are allowed to do work at all hours of the night, but if you loiter around outside too much, then the local law is going to come and pay you all a visit and, remind you that there's no drinking after midnight and that kind of thing as they continue to just bring up some of those old West, godly vibes of just making sure that the blue laws are well enforced here in Night City.
They're well enforced where I live too. This is too real.
Yeah, maybe it's not a welcome escape here. So yeah, you're down here in your offices, and you've got this crew of folks from the Midnight Runners. You've heard of them. They have done a lot of stuff in around Night City. They went away for a while and now appear to be back. The person that has been in contact with you is your fixer who knows Hitchens.
Gotcha.
And your fixer is unnamed at this point, but they say these folks are interested in investing and want to get a lay of the land, like see how you do business, see what it's like as part of Organs Express, and if an incident comes up, they would love to do a ride along as well.
Awesome.
Okay, so you all head into town. You head into Night City. Just real quick, just so I kind of have it in my head, not that I think it's going to come up much, but whose vehicle or which vehicle are you all taking into town?
We'd probably take the Beast.
Okay, so you've got this big, like, Mad Max off-road sitch.
Or we could take a car. I'm just, you drive normal cars, right? Like, or is it just big cars?
I'd rather have the armor.
I'd rather have the room. Vinton takes up a lot of room in the vehicle.
It's his
You're in the
ordinance.
back seat.
It's his ordinance that takes up the room.
But
take like
I
a train?
feel more comfortable having something that takes some damage. This crew doesn't have a long, good, healthy reputation with some vehicles, he says, looking at Todd.
Yeah, I mean, Todd probably prefers not to be in a car, so if there's a non-car option, that'd probably be best.
No, there's not a non-car option because I'm not taking my truck and bringing a trailer down here.
All right, the Beast it is.
Okay, so yeah, Lorna, you are in your offices. You're in your lab, the kennel lab situation, and you can hear this like unmuffled V8, like you can probably hear it a block away, kind of thing. It's like, what is that? Is that an earthquake that's getting louder? And
It's not moving.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And it definitely pulls up outside of your facility. And Organs Express is like a bolt-on to REO Meat Wagon. So REO Meat Wagon has this big, vehicle bay, and they've got all these like security people and have them just milling around, waiting for something to happen. There's probably a team out right now looking for clients in trouble, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And you are in this like little, it's a tin building, but it's bolted on to the side of the REO Meat Wagon facility. So kind of think you have this tall building next to you. The first couple of floors are all dedicated to REO Meat Wagon, and then after the fact, was a hastily constructed, tin building that's probably 1.5 floors tall,
Okay.
and that's where you are when these folks pull up, and you've been told to expect them, and that you weren't told what kind of car they're gonna roll up in, but you kind of know. Oh, that's probably my 2 o'clock.
Like,
Out of
that's not
curiosity,
conspicuous.
how was this pitched to us? Like, I'm sure Vi had a plan for coming out here, but
The pitch was the technology that they are using.
Sold.
They are using a very unique way of transporting organs, livers, hearts, whichever, by various means of animal. Like the one that came into our camp was a dog. In order to better serve the community around us. And I think it's a very interesting thing and perhaps an opportunity to invest in. Given that, however, Ario Meatwagon goes into the places that people that can't afford trauma team are in. So
They are
if I were
budget trauma team.
yeah. So the thought is that we do a ride along and see how how they work, and because it's going to be in a more dangerous area, I felt that it was safer to kind of take our crew and Ta's expertise on tech and my expertise in medical, and just an outing in Night City. What could possibly go wrong?
What possibly can go
It's
wrong?
gonna be fine, guys. We're talking to MedTech.
So
I should.
they put tech on animals. Is that what you're saying? That they
Yeah.
could we weaponize the curry goats?
No.
Oh.
Dexy would no. Dexy would shoot you long before we allowed to
I
weaponize
just have an image of curry goat running around with like a little rocket launcher.
I mean, you have been talking about more things around camp to keep everyone safe.
You know what?
I mean, I always wanted.
I'm not opposed to this.
All right, just real quick, just GM. I gotta let y'all know, you cannot train a goat.
This is true.
Right, so curry goat specifically is not what you want carrying ordnance.
But there are different
everything you own.
Yeah.
Think do with curry goat. We could give curry goat like metal horns, replace his horns, give him metal horns, and then like he can just go headbutt enemies.
Ram people, yes.
I think there are possibilities.
Lights. They could have like LEDs in the horns that light up.
Ooh, we could have underglow.
Oh my god.
LED hooves.
I'm about it.
It's like Heelys, but on his hooves.
Yes.
I'm about it. We're here for this.
I already regret
sold me,
everything about
Katrina.
this. I already regret everything about this.
You have sold me, Vi.
We're done here. Your job is done.
This is a conversation that happened in the car on the way there, and Vi already regrets having brought us at all.
Absolutely.
Who's not in chat yet, and I'm very glad about it, is Mike. Mike has not mixed way.
Oh, Dexy? Yeah, Dexy's not here to tell us that we're not allowed to touch curry goat in any way with any tech.
So therefore, it's okay.
Not curry goat, it's his kid. It's the kids.
The kids of curry goat. Yeah,
we can't touch them, but curry goat's free game.
Really?
No, other way around.
I think the kids are okay. I think curry goat is like a team mascot at this point.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cool. So you all pull up, having recently discussed in detail how you could bling out all of Curry Goat's kids.
We gotta have one with gold teeth, right, Dr. Vi? Like
absolutely, and one with like pink electro fur. Yeah.
Oh, we're here for it. We can make a killing off of this.
Just tech hair, right? Have it sync to your agent, and it would just like it would just do, you're playing some music and all the fur is changing as a visualization.
Beautiful.
I'm here for this.
That's great.
I should stop. I'm stopping right now. I'm making it worse for me.
I know what Vinton's doing on his downtime.
I'd
Oh
like
my
to show up
God.
in chat like I called him forth or some shit.
Yes. Yeah, you Beetlejuiced him into existence, is what you did. Okay, so you all pull up, and this space is, you're formally in Rancho Coronado, and you can see there's a wooden shack set up. It's about the size of an outhouse, but it's a guard stand, and there's two guys standing near it wearing like big white cowboy hats, and they're just leaning against it, playing the part of an old spaghetti western like cosplay scene, but they're armed with heavy pistols, and yeah, and they kind of look at everybody as you all go by. So when you all come driving past, the two of them watch you, and you can just hear, like, without actually hearing them speak, you can just know that one of them is saying, "They ain't from around here," as you're coming into Rancho Coronado. They don't get up and do anything about it. They just stare at you all as you come into town. And
I regret not bringing my truck.
you swing into the parking lot of Ario Meat Wagon. There is a guard who like raises the gate to let you in. You're on a list of people allowed in, and you park over by the little shack where Organs Express is hanging out. They've got a hastily made vinyl banner up over the door, right? And that constitutes the sign for the company. It's all brand new stuff, so they haven't had time to like make formal signage and all that kind of stuff. So the vinyl flag is what you get for right now.
That's fabulous. It's a growing company, and I understand this.
Startup culture, baby.
What I plan on seeing in there is like a pool table and
Yeah.
like a beer fridge.
There's you probably have like, what kind of games does Organs Express actually have in the break room? Because they've got to have like 2 games.
They've got to have something. I feel like they've probably found some sort of old arcade games. Like they probably have like Pac-Man.
Sure.
And then like a foosball table.
So is it like the little martini table Pac-Man where 2 people sit across from each other at the little
yes,
short
those are
table?
Cool. Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
That one for sure.
Right. And then foosball. Yeah, and like one of the spinners doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the ball's missing. You can't even really play it.
All the little guys have been replaced with action figures from G.I. Joe.
I'm like 99.9% sure my dog has stolen the ball from the foosball table and we're never going to see it again.
Oh, no. Mike is here in chat. Dexy, we're sorry. Curry Goat's
not,
safe,
though.
we promise.
But we're not.
Curry Goat's safe. The others.
Well,
are
no,
on the
they're
chopping
safe.
block.
Everyone is safe. They're just
quotes.
modified.
We get a little blamed.
He had no intention of hurting Curry Goat, just weaponizing him.
Just weaponizing Curry Goat. Yeah, that's right.
Possibly running a couple episodes of Pimp My Goat.
Just a couple.
That needs to be one of the one shots.
Yes. Yes, one of our charity one-shots is how can you tech pimp a goat in Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Let me pull up the manual.
I need that's the YouTube video, Cyberpunk video. I need, Dave.
It is. Yeah, we'll
Right.
work on that one.
Spinner and an ability to link to it, and I could extend the range of my hacking.
Yes. In goat units is how you have to measure it in goat units.
6 meters plus goat unit.
I am gonna go into Organs Express.
Cool. Yeah, you walk up. There's a little like little key card entrance thing, and probably like a utility service like doorbell delivery doorbell situation.
Sure, I'll ring that.
Okay. And Lorna, you
I
hear
feel like first, yeah, I feel like it's one of those like just sense things of like someone has opened the door and my dog has run and it's just like jumped up and like head right giant head filling the entire window, like by this little doorbell, just staring.
Hmm. Yeah, so there's probably
First thing.
that.
Big dog.
It's that security glass, right? Where it's
Mhm.
thick glass with the wire mesh
Okay.
in there, so you can't break through it easily. And there's this big Saint Bernard face like staring at you with like tongue lolling out, like slobber all over the glass. Um,
I would step back slightly and ring the bell from a little further back.
in case it has the power to open the door, you're like, I don't.
Weirder things have happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are those?
Yeah, I guess because I've heard them and I've kind of started tidying up a little bit as I hear this monstrosity truck coming closer.
Mhm.
And so then I'll go over and pat him on his head and he can go run off and do whatever he chooses to do. And I'll just kind of open the door, like, you're midnight runners, right?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Violet. Are you Miss Lorna?
Yes, yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. The rest of my crew, Vinton, Oz, Toth. We're happy to meet your acquaintance.
Yeah, definitely. Y'all come on in and I'll, I guess, give you the tour.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Is
Kinda
is
like-
that a real dog?
Oh yeah, and I just did a little like, come here, and he like runs up and he's just like, I mean, Lorna's probably not a very big person. She might be like 5'5" and pretty stringy, and this dog is like nearly waist, like over waist high.
It's probably like 100-pound dog, right? Like
Yeah,
he's a
he's
biggie.
a monster.
Yeah. And
And
yeah,
just, like-
he's got that like white and brown like brindle coat from a Saint Bernard situation going on. He's got long hair, looks hot.
It's
Looks like
very cold in this building.
there it is.
too.
There it is. So the AC
Very
is
cold in this building.
is on. It's running as high as it can, and you're all probably like getting the chills just coming into here, and it's coming up, sniffing all your hands.
This is Boris. He's my one of the assistants, I guess.
Huh. I haven't seen a real dog since I've left the Midwest. I thought they were all dead.
Well, we actually have quite a few. I mean, he's pretty as real as you can get. The other ones have had some enhancements, but we got him.
And is he currently wearing his kit?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, he's like straight up like Swiss Mountain Dog with the collar that has like the little like first aid kit on his like collar and everything.
Oh, I was hoping for a barrel of brandy.
Well, you have to open the kit to see
You
what's in
gotta
the
open
kit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's quite interesting actually. One of the dogs actually came out to our camp to drop off a liver, which was what got me interested in all of this.
Okay, I think I remember that one. She just kind of like thanks for. She's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you had this one hanging ticket that was like way out, almost wasteland, and normally you don't deliver that far out. But it had been sitting on the docket for a long time, and you had a liver come in that was a match for what they needed, and so yeah, you sent one of your GSDs out there to deliver it, and you do remember that one because it was so far out there. Normally you stay within the city. Yeah. And inside this facility, just to kind of paint the picture a little bit, there's going to be some offices like reception, billing, and all of that kind of stuff, like those sorts of things. All of those people have their own like closed area, and then Lorna's office area is probably towards the back. It's like a whole kennel full of animals, not just dogs and cats, but like deer and all of that kind of stuff. It's all back there in this kind of probably back half of the facility is all dedicated to that. You can hear the animals going.
they're all going from just new noises. So I guess I'll just kind of start walking down that way, and I'll be like, "This is Sherry's office. She handles billing, and this is just kind of like just throwing out random people."
Sherry's got like a big old, like a giant coffee mug, and she's like, "Hey." She sets it down and starts hunting and pecking at her keyboard, making billing things happen.
I'm like, I don't know what she does, but keeps it running.
That's
And
good. Like
someone's got to do it.
We should
And
introduce
then
Benny.
What'd you say,
what?
what's
Mike?
that?
We should introduce her to Benny.
No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't.
Let's leave Benny alone. Where
If-
where do you find all your animals at?
Well, I mean, really, it kind of varies. We might look for some, might find some, kind of whatever we can do. I've got a way with training them, so even if we find, like most of our deer, we don't really go looking for them that frequently. We usually just find them, and I help patch them up and train them and make them happy, and
I'm sorry.
give them a job.
Wait, you train deer?
Yeah, people seem to think that they're just like dumb pasture rats, but they respond very well to food. So you can get them to do pretty much anything.
I mean, they are delicious.
I will not argue with that at all. But not these are
And
all
with goats.
okay. No, goats, they are too hard headed. You cannot get them to do anything you want. You've tried.
Could you pimp a goat?
I can pimp about anything, yeah.
In context, we are talking about augmenting a goat to be
My
better.
ride.
Yes.
You meant yeah.
Yeah.
Augment a goat. Right.
Had this entire conversation. I dropped pimp my ride. Come on, people, keep up with us.
I'm just saying for the folks who just joined. All right, it's
Fair
been
enough.
it's been a
That's
minute.
fair statement.
And keep in mind that she wasn't in that conversation.
That's true. I should know. I should be very confused.
That's true. I was talking about the audience,
Lord,
but you
that's
make a
like-
point.
Modifying a goat is what he meant.
Yeah.
So okay, so it's part rescue shelter, and then you put the animals to work.
Yeah, and so I guess probably maybe by this point we've walked through the hall and I've pointed out everyone, and so you can like kind of come in and just see it's very much like a typical kennel,
Mhm.
very, very, very clean, orderly. Here's all the probably have some of the dogs like running around getting to like stretch their legs and play or something, like letting them do their stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of where they all live, doing enough jobs and working with me and stuff. They get pretty used to hanging out together as well. So like I said, sometimes we really need a fast animal, so we go out looking for them, but most of these are strays or different injured animals usually, and like some of them have straight up like cybernetic leg, like poor deer got run over, has a metal leg now.
Oh yeah,
Aw.
definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you can
Um,
see where like down the backs of some of them would be some sort of tech as like an antenna or something like that that has been implanted, and you can see where maybe even some of them have like cybernetic eyes to give them like some sort of HUD to help direct them where you need them to go, kind of thing. Like food's over here, little picture of food, right? Like awesome, I'm just keep running towards
Yep.
that, then I'll get it.
That's how all of them are now. Just literally just a steak on a string, but like virtual picture of a steak
Yes.
on a string.
I am curious. When we were in Sacramento, excuse me, we ran into a bear that was controlled by a techie. But they had complete control over the bear being able to move, to act, which seemed very torturous for the animal. That doesn't seem to be what's going on here. Is that correct?
Oh, no. Yeah, these are, I mean, trained just like you would train any sort of service animal in different ways. And and like just pretty much free reign for the most part. Some of them are out now, and I'm like, that they're under their own volition most of the time. And then job time, they click into work mode. So yeah, I have not attempted or would ever really attempt to completely control them.
And
That's good to know.
right as you're wrapping up that that part of the discussion, the animal return door beeps beep beep as two of your cats come back in. These two like onyx black cats come like sashaying in, and having completed some delivery job and made their way home whenever they felt like it. One of them has a little mouse in her jaws, and comes over to you and puts it down in front of you.
Thank you.
The little mouse starts to try and crawl away as
Like,
she like puts a paw on it.
Oh, I'm like looking for my assistant. I'm like,
Yeah.
we have another mouse.
I'll pick it up.
Yes. And this guy, he comes in. He's got the man bun. He's like, yep. I here 1 second. He's got some kitchen tongs, and he just very gently like, yep. Okay, thank you, Sasha. Yep. Thank you. And
Yeah,
I'll make
good
sure that
job.
it's placed in a place of reverence. And he goes back and puts it in the dustbin.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
go?
typical cat.
Do you go with Meatwagon when they answer calls, or do they just bring back to you?
Nope. Yep. I'll go along if we get a call and know that there are scavengeable parts, lack of better terms, and head on out there, see what we've got. If I can send anything off right then and there, we'll package it up to leave, or come back and keep it on ice until we get a contract in. So it can't. It's more exciting than standing in here. I mean, I know animals are fun and all, but
I mean, I think for some of us, it's been a time since we've seen animals of various types, so it's actually very kind of fun.
Yeah, there would be like cats, dogs, at least a deer, one deer in here, probably enough room for two more present. And they're all, a bunch of them are curious about you. Those that are out walking around probably come up to you all and nuzzle your legs and ask for pets and all those things that animals are wont to do.
Oh, while they were
I would
talking,
push them away.
I was gonna say,
Like, go away.
as they were talking, I am definitely in the middle of the pack of dogs, just eating it up. Like,
I think
yes.
they're dogs.
You got this huge Saint Bernard just like bowling through everybody to like get in on that pet action.
He looks over and it's like, attention.
Yes, yes,
Pushes like
I
3
know-
chihuahuas out of the way and hops
yes,
in there.
yes. I've never been pet a
How
day in my life.
much? How much for this one? I want this one.
The Saint Bernard?
Yes.
Oh no, that's my baby. He does.
Okay.
I mean, he'll come out with me. He works, but he's
find
You just-
another one that you like.
This is you just see him like you're a good boy. I like
he's just drooling everywhere.
and not
So
caring.
happy.
Vin's not caring one iota.
Good.
Find another one you like, and we'll talk about it.
Like you're at a Petco talking down your
I'm,
kid.
I'm like, yep.
No, Lorna's
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna look.
these aren't for sale. Just
Everything has a price as he keeps walking through the kennel.
I mean, you're not wrong. I may have to consult higher ups, but yeah.
I see an animal like this being beneficial for many different reasons around camp. Not just as someone's personal pet. But for the most part, we are here because we're curious about how it all works and
Yeah.
seeing it in action. So I want to say hopefully a job will happen, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't necessarily want a job to happen because that means people are being injured.
Yeah. It unfortunately is name of the game
Mhm.
in this part of Night City for sure, but in general.
Have you always
Unfortunately.
Have you always been here in Night City?
For
Yourself?
most of my life, yes.
Mhm.
We moved from I'm used to the ocean and that humidity gets you after a while. So here we are now, and I've always been around animals, worked with animals. We were a nomad pack of sorts, I would say, when I growing up. So we had all sorts of creatures, and
Yeah.
mostly sea creatures. So it was different learning land mammals compared to like a dolphin. But we got it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. but
You-
they're definitely helpful.
were you working for like some kind of circus or something?
No, I mean, it could be fun, but no, my family was kind of from one of those floating cities, and we grew up out there, and then just animals are name of the game, and both my parents were also very knowledgeable in not biology, zoology. That's what it's called. And
Gotcha.
kind of came here looking for that, big city life, young and dumb, and
Do
it stuck.
yeah? Do any of your characters know a lot about the Drift Cities?
Probably
I
not.
could roll
Tom.
if you want. I can roll highways to see if we made my old nomad family made any deliveries down in that area.
Did you need to
Sure.
check the beeping thing in your rig to make sure you don't blow up?
In real life.
I think he just
Oh,
froze
no.
up.
Oh no! Did we lose Casey?
God,
No.
the beeping was real.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beeping was that Casey's about to lose the internet.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, if anybody wants to roll like local knowledge around Night City, because Night City has some contact with the Drift Cities, and then if anybody has local knowledge like out on the road, then they would have some contact with the Drift Cities as well.
Did Smud have any contact with him? Would you want me to?
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay.
No, they're too far inland. They had contact with Meta because Meta needs a lot of fuel, but the Drift Cities don't really need as much fuel as Meta does.
I don't think I have anything that'd be applicable.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So Ta, with a 14, Ta, you've only heard of one Drift City called the Honolulu Raft, and it's a raft city that follows the currents going to the U.S. over back to Hawaii, and then it sometimes snakes its way over to like the Pacific Islands, like Indonesia and that kind of thing, and then it drifts its way back. But
Yep, sorry about that.
oh hey, welcome back.
Okay.
So
I
cameras have moved around, folks.
Oh, I didn't even notice with how busy my camera is that my little chick is on the screen.
Oh yeah.
I can see it now against the pink.
Oh yeah. Maybe I should move her to the other side.
It's all busy.
So sorry, Casey, how's it going, man?
let's go. What? This is all on me. That's my fault, David. I forgot to turn my generator on, and my battery's cut off.
Oh, that's what that beeping was.
Yeah, that beeping is my generator, and I was like, "Oh no, let me get this," and it just didn't kick over fast enough before it's like we're shutting all the power down.
Oh no.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
So I guess not end game, but because I just did the kind of the life path just rolling for all of it. So she was Tahitian. Is there like would that be a different drift city than the like
Yeah, go-
Hawaii Pacific Islands?
Yeah, I mean, the raft would be one of the bigger ones, because of its circuit.
Yeah.
It travels so much. It has to be big to like swell up with enough food and water to make the long trek
Yeah.
back. Because when you're on the currents, it's like weeks, not
Yeah.
days, right?
I'd say that would make sense.
Yeah. So
Tahiti is one of those weird ones, like in the middle between all the Pacific Islands.
yeah, and it would make sense that like that drift city would be kind of integral to the survival of Tahiti, right? As
Yeah,
it
yeah.
gets goods from the mainland via that drift city. Cool. I love it. I love having some places there. And you just got that out of the life path, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I got Tahiti and then I was like, ooh, Drift City.
yes. Hell yes. Hell yes. I love it.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah, so you all are kind of getting the lay of the land in here when it's a multi-time-a-day occurrence where REO Meatwagon gets a job. And there has been a shootout in just outside of a mall or an abandoned mall in the combat zone. And there's already some Meatwagon folks on site securing it. The crew here is loading up on trucks to go and grab clients, right? and you all are being requested to go there because they know they've got at least some material for you to part up and farm out. So you all kind of get the call. It's like a big klaxon, right, that hits through here, just kind of like almost like a firehouse kind of deal. And all the animals start going nuts, right? Like as soon as that thing goes off, they're like, "Oh, it's time to work! It's time to work!" And they're all like by their kennel doors, like,
Yeah, I like looking at them, start snapping, so they're just like
"Which one?
getting
Which
in,
one?
getting in position.
Who are you gonna take? Who are you gonna take?" So all the animals are very excited to get to go to work. And you get a quick rundown on your listing. It looks like there are 2 clients that are being rescued with another 2 confirmed parts parts buckets here for you to pick through, that are already there. They say that there's active combat now, so that number may change.
Gotcha. Well, since we have a couple of people, we might want to bring some of the bigger animals. You wanna pick a couple of the dogs you like? They can ride along with us.
Go ahead,
Cool.
Ben.
I'll take the German and the
Okay.
pity.
Yes.
All right. Those are good ones. They're pretty on it. So I'm just like, oh, I'm so bad at thinking of names on the spot. Harry, Bingo, go.
There it is. Awesome. Well, Bingo's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Harry and Bingo, you leave behind Sally, and
She's so sad. I'm like, I'm sorry.
yeah.
She's a golden, just beautiful. She's like,
Of course, all drama. So yeah, and of course you bring the Saint Bernard, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
he comes with me everywhere.
Awesome. Cool.
And then I guess I'll go over to like one of my big tables of stuff that everything is like meticulously put out and just start kind of filling up my bag with like little tools and like certain little pockets. I'm like,
Yeah, and Reginald, your assistant, he comes by, and he silently does not ask you anything. Just begins to put your bag together, or parts of your bag together,
mhm.
and then like finishes one of the containers, and then starts working on another container to make sure that all the bits you need are in order the way you like them. And
A little pat on the back.
yeah, Reginald
job.
works for peanuts and the scant
I-
compliment.
I like probably 100% because I'm around him and the animals so much, it blends together and they both get treated the same way.
Right, and it
I'm just
probably
like,
at
"Good job,
first,
boy."
at first it probably really annoyed him. It's like, well, that's just how she interacts with the world at this point, I think. So he's just accepting that he's
Yep.
not being treated like a full-grown person anymore.
I mean, honestly, he's probably getting treated better. Thinking of how
So-
I would treat a dog and just like a random person,
yeah.
he's probably on the good end.
Did you say this was active combat?
Yeah, there's active combat going on right now. They're currently securing the zone.
Cool.
Y'all ready for some action? I said it would get exciting sometimes, and this one seems to be the most exciting because guns may still be shooting.
Yeah, I think we're equipped for that. Sure.
Awesome. So you all climb inside. Lorna, you drive this big like mobile hospital thing.
Mhm.
It's basically a converted box truck, and Lorna can drive that all on her own. Do you want to bring assistance? You don't have room in your truck to fit all of these folks with you, I guess is where I want to start this conversation. Is who's riding with you?
I do or don't? Okay,
You
so
don't.
with
You
the
have like a
5 of us,
you have like the 2 bucket seat in the front of a box truck kind of thing.
Mhm.
So they don't recline or anything like that. Like it's just
Yeah,
you
they're
and
just-
a passenger, and that's all you can fit in the truck with you.
I'd
Vince
like to
can-
ride with Lorna.
perfect.
I'll drive.
The
Whenever
beast.
the animals aren't, Ta will be.
Okay.
They're
so-
probably not in my car.
Yeah, so the animals either run alongside, or you probably have like some kind of space they can be in the box truck, right? In the box
Yeah,
portion
yeah.
of the box truck.
They got
Um,
their own little kind of kennels to keep them safe up in there if they
Mhm.
want.
Yeah, and it's
I
going to
would say
be
probably these 2. How far do we have to go?
you have to cross the bridge and get into the combat zone. The combat zone's always a big pain in the neck. You're going to have REO Meatwagon with you, but in the combat zone, every car is kind of for themselves.
Yeah.
Like you're all part
I
of a
feel like then I
crew,
definitely,
but yeah.
then I definitely load them up in the car. And I feel like with the 2 you picked, I have to be like, no, you can't run. We have to go a long way. Get in the truck.
Yeah, because they're both like,
Get in the truck.
point. We're ready to. You just point, and we're gonna go.
In here.
Yeah.
In here.
Yeah. So they like sheepishly make their way into the back, and your truck, you as nomads, right? Casey, Vinton with Moto, you would immediately recognize that this truck has been augmented, right?
Yeah.
That it has armor plating on it. It has like a real stopping power value, not just a big load of hit points. So this like mobile hospital thing has been modified by a nomad at some point.
That's good work there.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder who did that.
Yeah, as you're like kind of getting in the beast and you're like firing it up and you're seeing like the way it compartmentalizes and the way it like shields different sections from harm. Like the kennel probably has the most armor protection,
Right.
And then the cab probably also has a lot of protection on it. And then the rest of it is like, well, we're gonna see what it looks like when we get there.
This place is interesting, Vi.
Right?
So
I
So
think
you
it
say
is.
Do I know
Right.
that this is all? I do know that this is all for like a possible
yeah,
money deal.
yeah, you know that they are expressing interest in investment, right? Which is interesting because you have another investor kind of in the wings as well. There's another crew that is talking about investing with you guys, and you're probably a little further along with them.
Okay.
But always looking for another Series B or whatever whatever you guys are on to get more cash and have another facility, have another expand the kennel, get more capacity.
Yeah. I feel like I've probably dropped a lot of like kind of passive hints all the time. Like, man, it'd be so much nicer if we had room for 4 deer, but only one. And they carry like the big limbs. Like, that sucks.
Yes.
Money's really tight,
The model works. We just got to scale.
We just got to scale. And I'm like, sorry, Boris, you have to have the crappy kibble today. One of these days, we'll be able to get you all the good stuff.
Yes, exactly. So you all head out and make your way across the bridge. Violet, you're riding with Lorna. Is that right?
Yes.
Awesome, cool. And the 3 boys, you're all in the beast behind.
Yep.
Okay. And Ario Meatwagon, they have a scout vehicle in front, and then they have a heavy vehicle just in front of Lorna's truck as well. So there's like, kind of imagine there's like a light pickup truck out ahead with some guys hanging off of it, and then there's a heavier truck that has one of those camper backs full of guys. They're like crouched on a bench in the bed of a truck, and like all their legs are probably interlocked because there's not a lot of space in there, but it's Ario Meatwagon, like it's the budget brand. It's a truck full of dudes, and when they get there, they're all gonna pile out of the truck, and that's their.
Vinton would notice this, and because of tactics, he's like, not the smartest thing to do.
No. It is a
Also,
rapid delivery mechanism. It is not it is not the safest approach for any of these security guys.
Hopefully they can shoot.
I'm curious if I can get more info from Lorna on the competitor.
Yeah, Lorna, let's see here. Lorna, will you do like a human perception for me? Or actually, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's do let's do human perception because I don't know if Lorna would let loose that there's a competitor yet. So go ahead and give me a human perception to see if you accidentally let that slip.
Let's see. Human perception.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Oh, I'm so slow with roll 20. What'd I get?
You got a 23.
Oh, I did good. Look at that.
Holy smokes, kids.
Can I roll my persuasion against it though?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm just thinking like in terms of you guys talking, did she accidentally let that slip? Yeah, Yeah, she's been real good. You know that she maybe Violet is picking up that she knows all the lingo for investors for like meeting with investors, so
Hard to say.
she seems at least somewhat practiced at this kind of engagement, right?
Cool.
Awesome. Well, we are gonna cross this bridge and get you all into the combat zone. Before we do that, though, I think probably I want to take my break now before we
Before the
do
combat starts.
combat zone situation that we're about to get into. So, folks, I have to take a 15-minute break these days. We will be back kind of as soon as I can. Let's see here. I think that's all I got to say right now. So, yeah, we're going to take a quick 15-minute break. We're going to come back with our crew going into the combat zone, looking to harvest some organs for sale on the gray market, which is where organs are bought and sold here in Night City.
Oh boy.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks a ton for hanging out with us. We'll be back in 15 minutes and we will pick up where we left off. So, be right back. Hey guys, I forgot to hit the button to bring us to the taking a break screen. Sorry about that. Make you sit here and watch us do our break. And doubly sorry I had to take a longer break tonight. Okay, so you all are on the highway, crossing this canal, going into the combat zone, and the getting into the combat zone is probably something that Lorna has done quite a bit. It's something that the Midnight Runners, you all have been near the combat zone plenty of times. The hot zone, of course, was its own special brand of fucked. But the combat zone out here, think of it like all the structures are still standing, but in most of the windows, especially the higher up windows, you can see like spotters watching as vehicles come in. You can see gangs actively fighting for territory as you're going through, and your vehicles are catching like sporadic fire from just people, right, that are out in about this South Night City area. It's a little less hot in South Night City than it is the old combat zone, but it's still like just on your way to the site. All the vehicles are probably going to catch like a couple of pistol rounds from fights that aren't even aimed at them, really. You're just rolling by, and there's enough stuff going on that it's hard not to catch at least a round.
This whole time we're driving too, I'm like talking about that and pointing out things to buy, like in the car. I'm like, so look on the third floor, you see that? I'm like, that happens all the time. Like, just like it's not even bothering me that bullets are pinging off of the window. I'm just like, that happens.
It does bother Violet to a degree. So every time it happens, she jumps, but tries to look like she didn't. Like, definitely.
Boris cuddles up with you every time you jump. He's like, oh, he's fine.
Ben definitely has what other hip hop going at that time, just in a complete lean back, completely cool. It's like, par for the course.
Yep.
This is how we're gonna operate today.
And I want to say the lead car probably does take a second at one of the intersections to just shoot a bunch to like get people away from the streets. Like probably a whole nother scene was building up, and it decided to own that intersection with force of action and just violence of action to get everybody to kind of duck their heads down, make everybody run for cover while the convoy kind of makes its way through that intersection. And then that what once was a lead car becomes a chase car on your way to the scene. You all end up at, let's go to the incident. You all end up here in this like little vehicle park area. There's a number of businesses just kind of around. You drive the mobile hospital right down to here. Actually, let me turn that sucker around. You drive it right down to here. You've got some of the REO meat wagon security folks are already deployed immediately around here to give you a safe parking spot. The situation is on the other side of these cars that are parked kind of askew. And you can see that like some of the vehicles in this parking lot clearly don't run anymore. You can see the basketball court over here. There's a car that's been moved into the court and has started to be picked over, but it looks like it's mostly a hangout spot on the basketball court over here. And you all start to pile out. The Beast, you guys come in right behind. So I'm going to start loading up this map with everybody. And whoops, didn't mean to pull that up. My other folks. Oz, here you are coming out of the Beast. And Ta. I wish I had a picture for the Beast. We should like work on getting a token for the Beast set up. And Lorna, you come out of the car. You've got the the guy that you're used to working with here. He's part of REO Meatwagon. He's here in the gray. His name is Laces, and Laces is he's like a net runner slash scene operator here. So he's typically the one that is telling everybody what's going on and that kind of thing. And Laces here kind of walks up to you just as soon as you park the car and waits for you to be ready.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah, I think the first thing I do is like get my gun, like really just like walk up like,
yeah,
am I gonna die today? What's the lowdown?
yeah. Anybody who wants to go ahead and give me perception checks as you are taking stock of this situation. And yeah. Okay, good. So let me scroll up real quick on all of these. Let's see here. Vinton on whoa. Vinton got 4. Vinton doesn't see anything.
I'm still leaning in the chair. Just
Yeah, you're like
just waiting for somebody to tell me to kill somebody.
Yeah.
I'm full on like, just somebody tell me to kill somebody.
That's right. And then we've got 17 for Dr. Lorna, 21 for Ta, 19 for Oz, 16 for Violet. Okay, perfect. So, Ta, you are probably the first to notice as you've got kind of a nice angle as you're coming out of the beast over here. You can see over by these cars, you can see like 2 pairs of legs that are laid out, and it looks like there's some blood on their pants, kind of thing, like on their pleather and pleather pants for one, and blue jeans for the other. You can see there's like just some bunch of blood pooled up around them, and you can see that like all of these security guys are standing around, but they don't really have like a focused direction. They're just kind of doing a 360. They're not really looking in any one specific direction. And what is it? The other thing you would notice for a 21 is up here in this basketball court. There's like a bale fire, like one of those trash can fires that's still burning over here in the basketball court. And down from that, let's see here, Oz and Lorna, you're all gonna see effectively the same thing as what Ta saw. Katrina, same thing. Yeah, you're all pretty much aware of these folks and what you can see immediately around you. I would say that Ta, you're probably the only one who noticed that the balefire is still up and running. But
Okay.
otherwise, yeah, you all are kind of noticing, oh, there's some bodies over here. Our security team seems like adequate, but not especially. They're not. What I mean to say is like they're doing 360 security, but they're not. There's no like bad guy direction that they're all really concerned about. As you're out here walking around. And you can definitely hear gunfire off in the distance as you're all getting out of your cars. And
I guess then, yeah, I'll just ask Laces. So, is that gunfire any of our concern, or we just dealing with this? Is that not? Same thing?
no, I think that's something different. The first team is all in. He indicates this building just south of you. Said the first team is in here clearing this building out. That's where some of the bad guys that were trying to fuck with the clients, some of them ran in there, so they gave chase. But otherwise, we're all clean out here as far as I know.
Right. So, I'm good to get going.
And he yells at these 3. He's like, "You 3, push out!" And they start to move to give you cover. They walk right by all of those bodies, and they find cover for themselves, amongst this trash pile and this car and situation over here. And yeah, You all head over towards these two cars that have been parked kind of askew in the parking lot. Anybody not going along?
Um, just kind of for my own, since I did see this bale fire, you brought it to my attention. Like, is there anything special about it? Can I see what's burning?
Yeah. You want to go over
Anything
and inspect
interesting
it?
about it? Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Um,
Oz is going to climb up on top of the truck, so he's got a good eye on the area in
Okay.
case somebody, because that's probably the highest point around, right?
yeah. So you take a little bit of effort to climb up on top of this box truck. And up here you can see like, oh, there's little like uh, uh, communications array up here for the truck, and then you can start to kind of look around these other buildings. From up here, give me a perception check.
Even though we're like on the job, I'm probably still in like salesman mode since this is pretty much like a day-to-day thing for me. I'm like, what's really handy? Birds with cameras in their eyes. That's something I haven't done yet, but have thought about.
Yes. Oz, was that lip reading?
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. Hold on.
It's okay. I was like, man, going hardcore on me, dude. I haven't even given you a conversation to eavesdrop on.
Hold on.
Oh, good. So Ta, while you're inspecting this trash fire, so yeah, you go over and kind of inspect this trash fire. You can see this is like an active shoot up spot. You can see like a bunch of hypos. You can see a bunch of like kits, and you would probably know this, Ta, that like normally people don't leave their kits behind. And so you can definitely see like two kits are sitting over here like on the ground next to this big couch. And inside the bale fire itself is like some loose wood and like looks maybe some chair foam, some chair stuffing type stuff that's been tossed in there.
How big are kits? Like, can I just pick them up?
Oh, totally. Yeah. A kit is like, I mean, they're not any bigger than this,
Okay, so
It's
yeah,
like it's like a little zip up compartment. It has all your tools in there to get yourself high, and it's like a little carry bag.
hmm. Okay. Can I see what is in it? Like what drug?
Yeah, give me a man. It'd almost be pharmaceuticals to ID the drug. I guess Streetwise.
Yeah, I was gonna say Streetwise.
Yeah, I'm into Streetwise. And then yeah, let's do 19 on the perception. Okay, cool. So Oz, from up here, you can kind of see that the team that's down south, they are up on the second floor. You can see some guys moving around with guns up on the second floor of this building here. And they are clearing the halls, it looks like, and that kind of thing.
That's on our team, right?
Yeah. They're dressed in the same uniform as these REO meat wagon guys. And also from up here with that 19, you hear the high pitched whine of an AV4, and you kind of look to the north and you can see an AV4 in this like mint green look, and it's got the big red emblem of Trauma Team as it's like starting to come down towards this scene.
I let everybody know that we got. It looks like trauma team's coming in.
Shit.
I just roll my eyes.
Laces like lets out a heavy groan. Oh god! All right, you three, pivot north as he like gets these guys to head north to address the trauma team situation. One guy climbs up on the roof. This other guy over here, he books it across the basketball court over here, and you see all of them. Oz, you're kind of watching as all of them like get their assault rifles out, and like and basically make them ready, as they just kind of wait for that AV4 to get a little closer.
Ma'am.
Do I have to worry about Trauma Team for like my part of the job as competition? Do they deal as much in the scavenging side of it?
No. Yeah, Trauma Team is all about the save, and then
Yeah.
if there is no save possible, then it's the bill. They're not really into the parting scene. They make way more money on the billing than they do on what you guys are up to.
Yeah.
Trauma Team is a racket where you pay up front,
Yeah.
right?
And
For their
and
services. That's where they get your money.
well, you pay up front for them to show up, and then anything
Right.
they do is also billed, right? So you're just paying for them to arrive, and then everything after that you got to pay for too, right? So that's how they make their
Insurance with a really, really, really high deductible.
That's yes, yes,
I mean-
exactly.
David,
Hey.
after Oz would say that, I would pivot after watching them, just to kind of keep an eye out to see what Ario's gonna do,
Yep.
because Vinton doesn't have a particular want to pick a fight with a bunch of hymns, with a bunch of guys like him.
Right. Yeah,
It's like-
exactly. Yeah. So pivot. You look north. Vincent, you're watching this guy right here is not readying an assault rifle, but he's readying like a short tube RPG.
Hey man, hey, be cool, man.
He's
Yeah,
like,
they're not very cool either.
he's like, dude, that's how it's done. This is our turf. It's our ground. They can't come here. You might want to mind the backsplash. Move a couple of cars over.
Yeah, I know. I've been on the receiving end and dealt that. Oh my god. Why?
So you get over here, kind of put these two cars between you and this dude.
Yeah, and I pull my mask out and drop it.
Okay.
Oz, the
Yeah,
rifle's in the
I'll
trunk.
kind of like, yeah, so I'll kind of like warn the rest of the party. I'm like, might want to just stay in cover the entire time we're out here. It doesn't look like there's too much actively happening, but shrapnel.
Oz is going to climb down off of the big open shoot at me target and go grab that.
Yeah, as you're climbing down, you're noticing that like under barrel Gatling gun thing that they've got on all these Trauma Team vehicles. Like, I don't want it seeing me as easy.
No. And any chance to steal Vinton's rifles is a go.
I
Cool.
put it back, Oz.
So Oz, you go and grab the rifle out of the trunk of the car, right?
That's my sniper rifle. I have my assault rifle.
All right, and
Is it often that you find yourselves in direct competition with Trauma Team? My impression had been that you or Ario Sweet Meat Wagon, haha, I did it. Worked in areas that Trauma Team most likely didn't.
Well, usually. See,
Mm.
I mean, there is some kind of direct competition in the way of we're cheap and sometimes faster, so we try to get to places first to make the money. Look, I don't agree with all of their business practices. I just kind of deal with my end of it, and they keep me from getting shot.
you
So-
hear over a megaphone from the AV4 up there. Citizens, disperse. We will open fire. You're interfering with Trauma Team Rescue. Disperse. As this
God, it's
guy,
been a while.
this guy goes, clear black blast, as he fires his rocket at Trauma
God
Team.
damn it! That's all. You just hear Vinton yell.
The whole time Lord was just like under breath, like, oh my god, I wish the first mission that I took them out on wasn't one of these. It would have been a lot easier.
So yeah, there's this huge black scorch mark right behind this guy. Oz, you're like just getting the sniper rifle out of the car. Where do you want to head to, Oz?
Oz wants to go. I guess Oz is going to go into the bottom right hand corner for now.
Like over here?
Yeah.
Okay, Perfect. Yeah. So Oz, you get yourself a nice big chunk of cover.
Actually,
Down
here.
there. Yeah. Okay, I like that even more. So yeah, you book it and get yourself a
I'm
nice.
all about that cover.
Yeah. You got big cars. You got all these things. You see Laces is like ducked down behind the truck, and he's got his virtuality goggles on as he's like starting to call shots to these guys. Um, Ta, what is your situation? I haven't called on you in a second.
Yeah, because I was just looking at drugs, and then all this shit goes down.
Yeah, I should give you a chance to respond.
He's just like,
Um,
"Oh, what's this RPG?"
Yes.
Oh
Mhm.
God.
so I'll probably, because I am genuinely interested to what's in it. I'd probably just take the kits and just probably find some cover like over here-ish,
Okay. Yeah,
if I can make it.
you
Yeah.
run for that cover. Sure.
Okay.
And you guys see as this guy like full on gets behind that cement wall that is provided by the thing.
Can
Uh,
I look and kind of maybe get a feel on if there's more trauma team than just that drone coming in,
yeah. So
or
this
maybe
is
where exactly they?
Yeah, so that's a full like trauma team vehicle. It's got to have a med tech and a solo and a pilot in there.
Gotcha.
It's got the undermounted barrel, and you're eyeing it real quick. You've got something is bothering you about your clients, but before you really address that, you're taking the situation as this rocket is doing that parabolic arc towards the vehicle, and you can see the AV4 trying to dip to avoid it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see another trauma team vehicle
No.
in the air. So in this kind of situation, 50-50 it opens fire versus just bugs off, honestly.
Gotcha.
Because it's like we're showing up, but we're like already being met with RPG fire, and it's just the one. So maybe they take stock of the situation and come back another day.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of thing. And so I do think that their Gatling gun is going to try and light this guy up. So let me grab my dice. I completely forgot to grab my dice.
Not the best thing.
Because he doesn't do it until we get into trouble.
It's like a thing I
I do
always
the
forget to
same thing.
do.
Is
And
it forget or just naturally wait until we're in
Natural.
trouble?
I just, I honestly forgot today. I thought, oh yeah, I'll need the dice.
Build suspense though.
Yes.
We
Yeah, I think like
Oh!
as soon, yeah,
Go ahead.
as soon as this like RPG goes off, I'll just look at Dr. Vi and be like, duck, and then just hit the ground.
Yep.
Awesome. So yeah, you're both.
Two girls hanging out behind a car.
Yeah,
That's
you're-
With some dead bodies.
Yep.
Chill.
Yep. Exactly.
Good Friday night right here.
So along with all of this. Okay, cool. So this guy launches his rocket and just gets down behind the cover that's there, and this big minigun lights up and spins up and just chews up all of this like cover, and you see him starting to get like hit, and he just gets as small as he can, try and get behind like whatever sliver of cover is left over. And you can see him taking rounds from this gun, but they are starting to veer away, and looks like they're repositioning like further away to assess the situation. Meanwhile, you two are looking at your bodies here. One of them is clearly like the guy in pleather pants is dressed to the nines. Looks like they kind of never stopped clubbing, kind of thing. Like it's midday now, and they're clearly in the clothes they were in last night. And he's your client. He's the person you're here to see. The person next to him, though, is like no bullshit a bozo with the big genetically modified feet, the cartoonishly large hands, the big belly. And like he's got blood all over him, and he's got this huge shit-eating grin on his face. And there's just this like pause when it's like, is it safe to be here with a dead bozo? Kind of situation. because these
Is this
guys
like an area they frequent too, or?
roll your knowledge expert, your local expert.
Ooh.
What do you know
What
about where the bozos hang
about-
out in Night City?
Where is it? There it is. Oh wait, can I? Wait, why is it not let me roll it? Oh, I don't think I added one in. Oops.
All good.
Now
All
I can
good.
roll.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I
Look
just-
at that. Oh yeah, yeah. You have to name the place, right?
Yeah, I just generic named it.
Sure. Yeah. So 14. The bozos are definitely. They definitely frequent the combat zones in general. They have a lot of business to do in these areas, and they're an old gang, so they have access to tunnels and shit like that that nobody else really knows about, and so they can kind of crop up anywhere. The fact that there's just one bozo here suggests that there was some kind of like situation between these two, but definitely other bozos know this guy, and they probably know that he's out working, and so like there's a problem with the fact that he's here at all, kind of thing. Your client is dead, by the way.
You figured that much.
Mm-hmm.
So the our client was the suited up
Yeah,
guy,
it's
or
like
someone in the building.
yeah, the suit up guy. Think of him like he's got like this like plunging V-neck, a
Yes.
leather top situation, big arm of tattoos, right? Really tight pants and some dancing shoes on. Pale skin, like that. Like he didn't see a lot of sun even before he died, kind of thing. Um, and probably like this like jet black hair that's been slicked back, kind of thing. And
David,
yes.
does Violet know what a bozo is?
No, Violet knows there's a clown
This
man
is so
who is
concerning.
dead on the ground. He's got big old feet and big old hands and a big old clown belly and this huge smile on his face. That looks like it's still like maybe it's like setting in that smile.
Cool. Vi's just gonna be like super confused and relay to everyone in the group. There's a dead clown over here.
Oh,
Oh, those
bozos.
suck.
What?
Bozos. The combat group. They look like clowns, psychopaths.
Oh,
It's absolutely terrifying. Dead and
Yeah,
alive. Terrifying.
this is gross. Over here.
Be careful around that body. They do weird things.
What do you mean weird things?
They are dressed as clowns. What do you mean about weird things?
Well, like, what's it gonna do
Like,
dead?
so like pocket water,
It could be
or
booby trapped. Like they do these things, right? Like David,
I'm
I'll
sure it's
roll
dead.
for it. But there was a rumor.
I'll just look at Lorna. Vi
Yeah.
just looks at Lorna like,
They're
Would-
weird. Just trust me on this.
they are weird and they're not very trustworthy. And the fact that there's just one is kind of concerning, and I hope his buddies aren't on the way back. I'm gonna not focus on him quite yet. I'm gonna focus on this other guy that I was paid to focus on. Yeah, and then we can evaluate.
Okay.
Vi, what do
would
you
my,
want us
like-
to do?
Yeah.
protect our own assets. Don't engage unless we have to, and I guess make sure the beast stays safe.
Oh, don't worry. I'm over here protecting my asset as best I can. Us is
I like how the
"Look
only
out."
other person that is possibly able to drive the beast is way. You know what? I'm gonna make my way to the beast,
Okay.
watching the Gatling gun.
Yeah, so you are carefully making your way to the beast. You see this guy is saving the life of the guy who took the Gatling rounds, and looks like he's getting him patched together, while you make your way over to the beast.
I
And-
would have just said like, should have never taken the shot. Just could have chilled, man.
Yeah, but the AV4 is up there watching, and it has not decided to move forward at all. It's like kind of outside of effective RPG range, outside of effective Gatling range. There's this like it's just standing there, probably radioing back, like, "Do we really gotta go in or nah?"
How
So would I know, or so our client was Mr. Bar Hopper.
Yeah, let's give
Um,
him a name. Let's give him a name of like uh,
Vinny.
Vinny. Sure.
Okay.
How about
Chest hair Vinny.
what is it?
Chest hair Vinny.
Chest hair Vinny? No. Let's call him Vinny Vinny the Snake. Yeah, Vinny the Snake. He's got a bad reputation.
He thought it was
yeah.
so cool. Such a
So
cool name.
Yeah.
would I know if he was like our client? Is he one that we've assumed as a client and we're swooping in that was actually trauma teams, or do we assume the other guy that they're taking care of is trauma teams
Right, great question.
client?
So you're checking your client's agent, Vinny the Snake. His agent shows REO Meatwagon, ETA minus so many seconds because y'all have been here for a minute, right?
Yeah.
But the Bozo's agent is boop 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 trauma team,
Oh.
boop 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 trauma team.
Huh. Bozo's making bank apparently.
He is, yes,
they're rocking it.
yes.
We get the one important bozo.
The one important bozo is here. Yeah, yeah. And he's like, wouldn't it be funny if I had trauma team? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Okay, so I guess then I want to just start making work of Vinny the Snake here. I was just looking at stuff like my little med scanner that I have in my cyber arm maybe help me really quickly know, like, okay, well, he was shot in the lung, so that's out of the question, but his
Right.
heart's probably okay.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Let's do
give
your
me an
med
idea.
scan. So either first aid or paramedic, I think, to assess the sits here
Right.
with any kind of med tech skills that you got. I know you're really a vet tech, but if you have
Yeah.
any med tech stuff that you want to add in here, you certainly can.
Yeah.
And then your med
I have-
scanner gives you a +2, I think.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So my first aid, I think is max. Like, I'm learning this. So +2 for my
Awesome.
scanner.
Awesome. Yeah. So you give this guy a quick scan. What happened was, as you're looking through, it looks like his heart has had a massive event. So while the heart is no good, you've got great lungs. The rest of the organs in the abdomen are all good. Looks like he's got a hidden compartment in his arm and a holdout holster in his leg, like a holster compartment in his leg, and probably probably like a little spot for like a skill soft chip tucked behind his ear as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely want to just real quick, see what's in his little dermal pockets.
Yeah, sure. So
See what he's got going on.
you go through it, pop those open. His holster is empty, but his arm socket pops out like 5 little data chips that are all like yay big, just like little slivers. Each one is IC thin, like a real thin little chip thing that you could plug into almost any computer. And those just kind of spill out onto the concrete.
So I feel like since I just really went into all of my roles for my life path and I rolled her like a bohemian style, I picture her looking like she just like came back from Coachella, but then she has like a white medical like jacket on, that's her armor jack, and definitely has a fanny pack.
Yes.
So she's like popping those data chips into her fanny pack
She's
for safekeeping.
just gathers them up real quick and tosses them up. What's the fanny
Yeah.
pack? Is it like one of those gold fanny packs, or does it look like a man's gut? Or like, what's the fanny pack look like?
I feel like it's probably I'm trying to like remember bohemian style.
I
What it
know
would
I
kind
have.
of
I will shoot you a picture because I
Okay.
have exactly what it looks like.
I searched my
this.
closet. I had like a boho phase in college, and I was trying to see if I had any of the clothes left so I could really dress the part. I
Yes.
did not. I had one
did yourself
shawl,
a
and it made me
favor.
look like a granny in like church, and I was like,
It's
this
not
isn't
gonna
gonna
work.
make it work. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like it's definitely very which one's in.
Yep.
So many tabs.
Yeah, so many rooms for us to be in. But yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, you're pocketing those things from Vinny the
Yes.
Snake here, and yeah, you're Vi, you're kind of watching all this go down. In pretty methodical process here. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Stuff pops out of these guys sometimes, and you make sure you hold on to that.
Yeah, I just like take them. I make sure they're all like nice and neat. Put them in a pocket. I lay out all my tools that I'll need, and I'll just kind of like look at you. And then I remember Taz saying earlier he was happy to rip things out and be like, "Y'all want in on the actual process at all of the important bits?"
I can help
Sure.
with that.
Is anyone still by the truck?
You've
I
got
mean,
I'm close enough to it.
and Lasis
Oh,
is there.
that's perfect. Then yeah, I'll ask Vinton if he wants to let the dogs out.
oh,
Sure, Doc. I'm walking backwards with my rifle up at the AV as I'm just watching.
Yeah.
Like I'm in full war mode. Like
And
And I'm
it's
just so calm. I'm
open
like,
the
could you
door.
let the dogs out? Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So anyone want to help me with the liver?
Yes. And
Hell,
that
my
84
God.
is like drifting. It's like rotating around kind of thing. Very slowly making its way around the scene. And you let the wolves out of the
Oz is keeping that sniper rifle trained on that floating car there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And you can see it drifting over towards like kind of more to the if our map is cardinally correct, then you can see it starting to drift more to the what is that, east. Um just slowly circling around. And you can see like guys starting to pivot their cover when it gets into the right position for them to just shift all of their cover to keep walls between them and it.
After I open it up, I want to make my way back. I'm not getting into the beast, but I am starting it.
Okay. Yeah, you reach in there and turn that thing on. Vi and Lorna, you guys start working on Vinny the Snake. Ta, are you in on this too?
I'm trying to figure out what Ta's doing. Yeah, Ta would probably head over there.
Okay. Cool. So the three of you are here. These two dogs come bounding up and they're not like touching Lorna, but they're very close to her, right? And they like sit, and as you start to open this guy up, they both like lay down and show you their bellies, kind of thing.
Give them a scritch, but then also.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And you've already got orders for lungs. And so you are going for that area first. You crack this guy's ribs open and you start extracting the lungs. Whoever wants to make a surgery roll here. Doesn't have to be great. All you have to do is get them out. But
Get them out in a piece.
right.
Like,
what
any
skill do
y'all
you-
want to get your hands in there?
Yeah, I can.
So
You want me to roll my actual surgery skill?
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Street surgery, baby. You're sitting there, you've got like a rudimentary toolkit. There's a sanitary blanket that has been like unfolded here to make sure that what you start to touch now is all good. You guys have sterilized your hands, you're wearing gloves, all that good stuff. And you cut open this guy.
I'm gonna put 2 into luck.
Okay. Sweet.
Oh.
Look at you. Critical success on your surgery
Heck
roll. So yeah, you
yeah.
watch as Dr. Vi is very deft at removing all of the mycelia and stuff that wraps around these things, all the protective webbing that's around the lungs, just cutting that very cleanly, and makes clean cuts at the connectors and extract, and you tap your little dogs on the bellies, and that seam opens up, and the cryo chamber opens, and one lung for each dog.
Plop them on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Get them all situated. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
you could do my job. I'm good at this.
You look at that. It is a full-on, Dr. Vi, you're seeing this too. It is a full-on cryo pump in there. It's just miniaturized and only works for like a couple of organs at a time, kind of thing. As she takes a second to connect it up and make sure that it can pump all of its fluids through the main arteries and veins that are in that like lung casing, and puts it all in there and seals it up. And you've already got destinations for the dog, so you
Perfect. Yeah, I'll send them off pretty much ASAP, just in case gunfire starts again.
Cool.
Just like,
Yeah,
you go in, Harry. You know what to do.
Yeah, and so they like, and then just tear off. They're headed north almost immediately, right between these cars, and start running. And just for like the briefest of moments, you all watch as the AV4 like tracks the dogs for a second. Like, what the fuck?
I pull up my gun too.
Yeah, they're like,
no.
But it's probably like, it looks more like curiosity. Like, what is this? What is going on here? And then they were like, back to you guys. Like, we were watching dogs, but no, we're watching you now, kind of thing.
As like my pistol's gonna do any good.
Yeah,
mess with my dogs.
Yeah, the dogs end up underneath this bridge, and immediately bank left, kind of thing, going to wherever they're gonna go. And so the three of you are kind of like huddled here behind these cars. You've got that AV4 over there, and this big bozo body, kind of also between all three of you.
Can Ta look at this bozo body a little more technical, see if it is booby trapped at all, or
Yeah.
just maybe get some tech specs from it?
Do you have like a tech scanner or something like that?
I don't think I've ever bought one, but it would make sense if Ta had one. But if not, I could just kind of
No, just do your like field tech plus I guess basic tech to scan this guy, see if he's transmitting anything or anything silly like that. Oh, 30. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, yes, Bozo is transmitting. Not only is his agent telling Trauma Team to come and save him, but also inside his chest is a is like a it rings to you like an in-ear comms, but that ain't where the ear is.
Cool. Yeah. Do I see like a possible like little mouth opening where the belly is?
No, that'd be awesome, but no. No, but you do notice that the hands are organically modified. This is not chrome. This is like he has pumped his body with some kind of chemical to make his hands cartoonishly large to fill the clown gloves, right? And same with his shoes. Like those clown shoes that he's wearing, those aren't like for show anymore. Like his feet are that big, because he's pumped something weird into his body to make it elongate.
Is this something that I probably wouldn't want his organs anyway?
Right? Yeah. So like,
like, is he?
You've probably never opened a bozo before. You've like, yeah. I'm just gonna say you've never opened a bozo before.
Okay.
Yeah. But you could now if you wanted to.
Morbid curiosity, I might. Like, so do we think he's gonna explode if I cut into him, or?
You didn't catch any like explosives.
Still, Todd, knowing of the bozos, he's like, there's like a 30% chance that could still happen, but I'm not seeing anything that would immediately blow up.
But he is still technically Trauma Team thing to come grab, like obviously, because it says Trauma Team on his agent.
Can I pick up the agent?
Yeah. Bam. Yeah, it's in your hands.
That's how we blow up.
So, is there like a reply button or like, hey, I'm okay button? Is there anything like that?
Yeah, there totally is. There's like a I'm okay, right? And you click on that, and it asks for like the passcode.
um, Bozo's Rule, but with wrong spelling.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Fix that shit.
Two tries left.
Can I check it somehow?
Sure. Do a electronic security to try and break in through this agent's security.
I like electronic security because
Yeah.
that's one of the ones I can use my feelings for.
Frizzy Gizmo forgot password. Shut up. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. So you're like messing with it, and you've got like this tool that you use to pry agents open to get access to the guts on the inside, and as soon as you start to open that up, the phone goes
Just
That
go away.
noise.
Yeah, me and Vi are both.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah. As you like start to just crawl away. Yeah. The cadaver like does this like almost like a sigh
Mm,
for a brief second. Does like a very short sigh.
is it like a breathy sigh or is it like a bodily sigh?
Like air has escaped the chest cavity.
I think even Ta's gonna be like shoulder first, just slightly turning away. Like what the hell was that?
Okay.
Like, but just like very slow. Like I have the and Ta's just kind of very just the phone is saying something. Let me just turn my back to this real quick, kind of.
Sure. Sure.
So brave.
Yeah.
Can I also
then-
like yell to Laces and ask if this guy's even worth it?
Laces is like, I don't know. What are y'all doing? Are we ready to go?
All right. So I have one more try, correct?
Yeah.
Or is it broken?
No. But I do need all three of you to make body rolls for me. So just roll
Body rolls?
roll a d10 and roll under your body.
No, David.
Yep.
What if I just
God.
said no?
Yeah, no.
I don't wanna.
Oh, I did it.
fuck.
Oh God. Todd, what's your body?
I rolled under it.
7.
Okay. Cool.
D10.
So, Violet, you are doing fine. Doing 100% okay. Ta and Lorna, I'm going to let you guys decide how you express this. But this whole situation is just fucking hilarious to you. And
Oh, no.
there's just something that is just like unnervingly funny about all of you just sitting here behind some cars, and there's a gun that could kill any of you, but it's not doing it for some dumb reason. And golly, isn't this just the funniest shit you've ever heard?
Jesus. I love it. I guess I'll just kind of do the just like like the like little laughs, and then I'll just like elbow Ta like next to him, just like, why are his hands so big? Like I don't.
And you both
just
have the
trying to-
idea there's like, man, would it be fun if we just open this guy up real quick?
So Ta, I don't know if Ta's ever laughed. I think his laugh
That's true. I've
is-
never heard
is
Todd
like-
laugh.
is a faked laugh, but that is his real laugh. But it sounds fake, so it's like body's like it's just like this
It
really
makes Lorna
forced-
laugh even more.
Mai's eyes
is-
go to Ta immediately because that's not normal.
Oh yeah,
I would
God,
also
what the
yeah.
fuck is going on?
Ta, Lorna.
and
It's
like
just it's
I'm
like
sure
the situation.
Ta's eyes would probably be in like, what is my body doing right now? But it's
Just
kind of
panic mode.
funny. Like, yeah, his eyes are really panicky, but his like ha 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 ha. It's like a very fake voice.
Hey, David,
Well, anyway,
Yes.
we gotta get the
What's up,
job done.
Oz?
are the dogs still there?
No, the dogs are gone.
Okay.
Yeah, the dogs got their organs and they took off like immediately
Oh, yeah,
to deliver
right.
this. Yeah.
I want to make sure there wasn't a. I didn't know if any of the dogs were laughing.
Yeah, like, are the dogs like, hey, this is hilarious. Maybe we should
This is
start
funny.
biting people.
Say Boris is still here, but he's been chilling in the car.
Right. Yeah.
I don't send him out unless he needs to.
He's sitting in the driver's seat with his face like on the AC vent as it like moves his jowls out of the way.
Tongues flapping.
Yeah.
Yep. Just keeping an eye out, waiting for his cue to do something.
Yes, exactly.
I think.
Oh, go ahead, Laura.
Oh no, I was saying. I think just if I'm thinking this is hilarious and nothing's like dawning on me, and I should cut into this guy, I probably just do it.
Sweet.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
just like
dive for Ta and push him as hard as I can, like pulling him away from this clown thing.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you bodily push Ta out of the way as Lorna takes her scalpel and just, from top to bottom opens this guy's chest open, right? And there's this huge like off gassing of whatever was building up inside of his body. So I need Katrina, and I'm just gonna roll to figure out which direction the wind is blowing. Okay, so 6, which is south. Okay, so Vi and this guy are all gonna roll into your body. He succeeds. Okay, cool. So you're you get Ta out of the way, and the two of you are like kind of like still touching and kind of further away from this situation as you were like really worried for a second. But now it's like, I don't, why was I so worried? This is really stupid and kind of funny because it's so stupid. And you're just kind of lulled into this moment of like, nothing really matters, right? And it's all good. Like, it's no big deal. There's a big gun watching us, but who cares? This is funny
That's
shit.
not the first time it's happened. Not the first time.
No, yeah.
Do we hear them start laughing? Like, I mean,
Yeah, you guys hear some chuckling coming out of the whole scene over there. And
sounds like a middle school sleepover.
And this guy is like, hey, Laces, something weird's going on, man. They just opened him up and they are all giggling. I don't get it at all. And Lace is like, get him out? I don't know. Move them away from the bozo. And this dude, he gets up and starts walking south. Just like laughing to himself on some sort of little adventure that he's got in his head.
Oh, like walking away?
Yeah, walking away from you all. Yeah, he's leaving the scene. And this guy goes to grab him. And this scene, like this off gassing is quick, right?
Yeah.
And before too long, you all start to gather your senses again. But it was very debilitating, right? It very much felt like you really didn't feel like doing anything, and that really you just want to kind of sit here and laugh at the whole situation you're in. But being outside, this gas dissipates quickly, and you are all freed of its effects after several seconds.
It's like
David?
Yes.
Did the bad people in the flying car, did they do anything different when the good doctor just cut their patient open?
Nope.
Okay,
they just watched.
Because I was just like torn between finding out what the hell is going on over there and keeping an eye on that car, because that's his job. Now.
Yeah, they have by now gotten a pretty good count of everybody and have decided that they're just going to wait and see if you all leave or if they get another call. Is probably where their head is at right now. Seeing their patient get coded is like, well, I mean, we can probably still fix that. We are a trauma team after all. But yeah, I think that being met with a rocket early on and still having all those people around is like, maybe we'll wait for this to resolve itself. They are just the one vehicle.
So after it's dissipated, Todd will probably he's probably crying because of laughing, and he probably just wipe his face off and look directly at Vi and go, "What the fuck was that? What did I just do? What just happened?"
Can I identify what gas that was? Like,
yeah. You take a second. Give me intelligence plus pharmacy. It's just like I don't even know if that is a skill you could normally roll, but I feel like those are the two things that would help you here.
okay. My pharmaceuticals.
Yep. 24. Awesome.
It's probably a 22.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 22.
Okay, gotcha. So either way, 22. So this guy somehow has made it so his body can manufacture a pair of inhaled drugs. One, just nitrous, like laughing gas, right? And two, an inhibitor that makes you want to stop whatever it is you're doing. And like that would be a powerful compound that could impact you like while you were
fighting
just
him
fighting him or trauma team operating on him.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I say up to the beat.
Why would you?
Because wouldn't that shit be funny?
Wait. Hold on. Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I said like he had gases that pushed off when we touched him.
Fucking bozos. He probably like kick his gigantic feet.
I feel like we probably need to leave.
I think it's time to go.
Because if they put this in this guy for someone to operate on him, his buddies might be nearby. I don't know. This seems ambushy.
This does not seem great. Let's
No. I don't think I want his gross organs anyway. It's full of nitrous.
Yeah.
They are probably ruined at this point.
Yeah.
I
did though want to grab that memory chip out of the other guy's brain, the little enhancement.
Oh, you get the skill soft out of his head? Sure.
Yeah, it might be helpful or someone.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. The skill soft is do like a cybernetics. Do you have cybernetics?
I do.
Roll your cybernetics.
For all my puppy cybernetics.
That's right. So roll your cybernetics to know what that skill soft is for. 16. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that is a skill chip to do pharmaceuticals.
Oh, okay. That's handy.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you all get back to your vehicles. This guy goes and finds his buddy that was on a quick walkabout and brings him back. And you all collapse back to your stuff and start to make your way out of here. There's no like big bozo, like trap. I will say, as you all leave, this street grate moves, and there's this big hand that grabs the bozo and brings him down.
The fuck is going?
I was wondering why they had expensive service. That didn't make sense. I yelling, petting the dog, driving one hand.
I still have the agent with me.
I'm like,
I still have it in my hand.
Vi, this is by far the weirdest mission you have ever put us on.
Yep.
I want to go with Oz next time. Oz, you call the next mission. At least we had food at the end of that mission.
I do always provide snacks.
It's true.
Cheryl makes a good pot of coffee and usually has donuts, so we might have that to look forward to when we get back.
Vice missions always do seem to have a really weird twist to them.
Yep, we're gonna get into this truck now and drive back.
I mean, at least I didn't get like 10 bullets in the back this time. That's the nice part about it.
Oz is already in the beast.
Oh yeah, no, I've been in the truck. Like I went in the truck as soon as like you guys started laughing, like ready to drive over there and get them. Like, all right, time to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Lorna in her truck.
Awesome. You
on the way to the truck, Ta would kind of lean over to Vi and go, "Is that what laughing is?"
Yes.
She
would like look like at Ta like straight on. Yes.
Sucks. And he's just gonna walk away, kind of fiddling with his phone still.
Yeah, you still got the thing. You have one try left on that, Agent.
Can I roll a deduction now that I've been in the mind of a psycho clown laugher? And in Ta's head, that's what it is. Can I roll a deduction to see if any kind of thing
Only
works?
clowns.
Sure.
To see deduce the password.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, 18 on the deduction. I'll give you that a bozo does not open his phone with a normal password or passkey or anything like that. That there has to be some kind of like gadget or like joke or thing that you need to show this agent for it to open.
Try knock knock.
Not yet. So I think Taz is going to stay with us for a little bit.
Okay.
Get over that.
Okay. Yeah, you do figure out that it's not a passcode that you're looking for.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I had the Vinny the Snake's phone from just like making, when it was like REO here.
Right. Yeah, you still have that.
I mean, I guess probably when we get back, I just want to kind of maybe like dig through it and see why the heck was he talking to a clown?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
just curiosity,
Yeah, definitely. So you find out that well, actually, give me your electronic security.
Oh, it's just basic tech. Let's see.
Okay. On a 10, yeah, you can't get into his phone, into Vinny the Snake's phone. Like Vinny at least has modicum of phone security on, so it's tough for you to get in.
Okay.
Give it to Tom. Power of 2.
Yeah, when we get back, I'll probably pass it off to someone who knows what they can do with it. Because I was just curious if I could guess it real quick, and I couldn't. I was like,
yeah. So you all get back and you have a little powwow sessions. Like, hey, I have this guy's phone. It's weird and bozo-ish, and I have this other guy's phone, and we just can't get into it real quick. So, Todd, go ahead and give me your electronic security. A 20. Okay, cool. So yeah, you break into Vinny the Snake's phone, and Vinny the Snake was not there to meet a bozo. He was there to hook up his distributors, his dealers. That was who he was there to meet.
Okay. I would relay that information over to Lorna.
Yeah. Yeah, the bozo was not part of his plan. They weren't there.
Oh, like it's not in his phone, like who he was meeting?
Like I'm so sorry. His dealers were not there, but he was clearly there to meet his dealers. And the bozo was not in the plan for Vinny the Snake. That was something else.
did we like really decipher how they died? Because I know you said my guy had like a heart.
Yeah, he had a massive heart cardiac incident, so like a big heart attack, basically. He looked healthy enough to not really be at risk of a heart attack. So you're not really sure how that heart attack was induced.
I mean, if I saw that coming out of the sewer grate, I might die.
Honestly, same though. Same though.
Either that, lay down a lot of hate.
So, y'all want to take part in like probably my guiltiest pleasure with this job?
Sure.
I got a bunch of data chips off this guy, and I want to see what's on them. I'm just nosy, honestly.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
that's great. Yeah, let's see.
Y'all have fun.
Perfect, because y'all seem like you have the skills to do it, and I do not. Handing them to Todd.
Or Oz, yeah.
Or Oz, yeah.
So yeah, you guys start digging through Vinny the Snake's stuff, right? He's got those 5 data chips that poured out of him. One of them is his like books, like all of his accounting, and it's all like ciphered and encrypted. We'd have to go through the cipher skill to unlock that stuff. The second chip is probably like a little black book of people he can lean on and favors. So like contacts, what leverage he has, that kind of thing on people. That's also ciphered. So you kind of know what's in these things, but you can't read any of the data yet. And then Vinny would also have a chip that was focused on his business. And then he would have another chip that just had like bullshit ID. Like a good name and ID and all of that kind of stuff that he could use to pass as like a normal human being without a criminal record kind of thing. So he has his like little kit of getting around town and getting into and out of things and who he can lean on and all that kind of stuff. If we want to, we can roll some cipher skill to try and break into what's actually being said in the chips. If anybody has that.
I have cryptography.
Cool. Yeah. Whoever
Whoever
has cryptography, please roll it.
I don't, so go ahead.
20.
Okay, cool. So you break open his little blackmail book. That is all of the little contacts that he has around town, people he has dirt on, and like a short description of that dirt, and to help him remember like what it is, where he's got the evidence for it, that kind of stuff. You have about 20 names in here, and the way that he can lean on those 20 people.
Lorna, do you have a fixer for this stuff?
Yeah. I got a guy.
Okay.
Be helpful, I guess, since this unfortunately is the majority of our clientele. So it'd be really great, branching out into new areas, new partnerships.
20 new customers.
Yeah, 20 new customers, but maybe if y'all still are open to some sort of something, it'd be much better than dealing with laughing gas and shady cheapos. Yeah,
I can imagine that. Yeah, for sure.
Just everything I'm trying to turn into a cell.
Yes. Always hustling.
Yeah. I'm just like,
David,
what was my
recording.
assistant's name? Reginald?
Oh yeah. Reginald
Is
is
it
your
Reginald?
assistant. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, Reginald, does Cheryl have donuts and coffee?
I'll go make you some coffee real quick. My
Okay,
apologies,
thanks.
wasn't already ready for you. And he like,
it's fine. It's just it was a big day, and
he's
it would have been nice to have it.
Oh, go get the coffee, fuck. As he runs off to go make coffee and get donuts.
Laughing gas gave her the munchies. What do you say?
That's right.
Yeah.
What was that, Vin?
I was gonna ask, is there any names that I might recognize on that list?
No. These are all like, none of y'all are really around the combat zones. None of you are in the combat zone well enough to have that local expert. So none of these are names that you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just thinking we'd sell him, but it's Lorna's. So.
Yeah. So
and definitely come in handy for us.
yeah, you have people you could farm that to, right, Lorna? You have people you could sell that to, or just use, right? So that's all good stuff.
Make some cold calls.
So hey, I hear there's this incident with the bunny, and I think you should come in.
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, there's certainly very interesting to see how your operation works, and we thank you for allowing us to ride along.
Yeah.
As interesting as it was.
I mean, some days are quiet. Some days. This is the first time I've had a day like this, so it was nice to share it with some people.
Yeah.
And some days it's just, walking around town shaking a treat bag, trying to find a cat. But, it's interesting.
Whatever makes the job work, I guess. Okay. Well, I will certainly think this over about investing.
Yeah, I feel like, animals, not only did you see how great they can handle themselves in a combat situation, go run, they seem to make Vinton pretty happy, and that's just as important,
Mm-hmm.
And for all the animals made happy, your combat team might need some training. Picking a fight with trauma team is not a great idea.
It's a daily thing, honestly. Sometimes they pick fights with us, we pick fights with them. Honestly, all of our security teams on their side and ours have beefed up a lot lately to deal with each other, so I try to ignore it as much as possible. Yeah, I'm better with telling the animals what to do than the humans. They tend to not follow directions as well,
Yeah, I imagine. And you
The layers of that comment, of that exchange. So good.
Why you gotta be like that, Vi?
And there's potential other investors, right?
Oh yeah, I mean we're talking shop with some people, seeing what the options are out there. Because I mean I don't know if you noticed our situation here is new and probably not quite up to par. We'd also like to move to a place maybe where we can be out after midnight because
Yeah,
that's hard.
Interesting gang around here, I guess.
Yeah. We tend to stay in here or out of this whole area.
Yeah, I get that. Well, we will certainly think about it. Thank you for we can exchange information, you and I, and go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Just give me a call. I think I do have a meeting coming up relatively quickly with another possible client. Got Archangel Chrome, I think, is the other one that's coming to hang out today. So I doubt they'll get as much excitement as you did.
Oh man. What was that company's name again?
She looks her thing. Yeah, no, Archangel Chrome.
Interesting. Interesting.
She said they're coming with full pockets, so I'm excited.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Do you want to share with the class, Vinton?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, any insight, I'd like to not make a bad business deal, for sure.
Well, one of your potential investor may end up dead.
Okay, well, that wasn't what I thought you were going to say, Vinton.
Well, here's the thing. How long you've been around here?
Me?
Yeah. How long has your operation been rolling?
Oh, this operation? I don't know how long has this part of.
Yeah. So, Organs Express is less than a year old.
Okay, yeah. So no new.
Yeah.
But they've been around for the Splatoon situation.
Well, sure, but Splatoon was like way over in Westbrook. Like
very different.
Basically different countries. When you're
I only had like 3 cats at that point. Probably couldn't do much.
Right. The company that you're working for is not on the up and up, who want to invest with you. They are not above hiring killers to strip chrome off of kids, to acid dunk people. We took care of a potential ally of theirs not too long ago. They're not the type of people I would suggest you do business with.
Yeah, we get a lot of shady people wanting to work with us because
Also, they're hard hitting
organs, but that's a lot over the line.
Yeah. Also, they seem not to be based out of here. It's like they might be based out of LA, from what we figured out. And if you don't meet quota, let's just say some of the guys that we went up against were missing limbs. And they were still pretty combat oriented. One guy had no legs, quite nimble for no legs. But that's the type of people these people that are coming to visit you are.
I might cancel that appointment. That I don't even know if I want them in here. That seems a little not safe.
I mean, if you need added security, I'll be more than happy to stay behind.
I mean, I also BS the appointment was today, so let me GM's approval. Okay.
Sure, whatever. Like, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, Rebecca from Chrome Oxy, or not, Archangel Chrome. Rebecca from Archangel Chrome is coming by to tour the facilities and understand.
She's my 6 p.m. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so. I do need to know if you actually dropped the name.
I've definitely dropped the company name.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would ask if it were Rebecca. Rebecca, whatever.
Looking back, I'm like, I just have a Rebecca as the first name, so.
I would
Well,
definitely, free of charge, be your active security today.
when he says free of charge, he probably also means that you won't have to worry about her coming back. Just so
She's
you're
weighing killing a potential client, being here like trying to like
Initial
think of
investment of
This is when you like
credits.
close the deals. Like, if I let you be my security,
yeah.
are you going to invest? Is this going to be worth it to me?
Yeah.
so
I think that's kind of where she's thinking. She's like, okay, look, I might have been talking a big game and it might have just been y'all two. So how serious are we on investing before?
I am 80% sure in investing in your program without the caveat that you would need to fill a potential quota. In fact, I would be looking for, a growth over time in profits, and that would probably include information that you sell to a fixer. But those are numbers that we can work out, but I am fairly sure that we will be investing. Paperwork will need to be figured out and decided, but I like the operation here. I do like what I see, what I see on the street, and I do see the potential for this to grow and be used throughout Night City. So
Am
I
I
would
pretty much like a
rather,
one-man band right now?
yeah.
I mean, and then my like assistant.
I noticed that it was just you, and you were quite passionate for what you do. But I could see that you could have other med techs on board.
Yeah, you're a skeleton crew. You have an exec that is running Organs Express from a business perspective, but the day-to-day, like, actually getting things done is almost squarely on Lorna's shoulders. Yeah. So you have a business partner who's like doing all the business shit, and you're the one that's actually doing the work, right? Yeah.
It's actually Shelly. That's like the
Yeah, Shelly with the big mug. She's like she's the business partner with her on
I
back.
need a lot of help.
And in all honesty, man, your work is good. Trauma team, for as much as they like to spurt on how good they are and the helping of Night City, they forget about people like us.
Oop.
And because you're out here doing that, I'd rather you not get wrapped up in a corporation like what's coming through your door.
Honestly, I agree with that. And yeah, so I think I would take y'all up if you are wanting to kind of keep an eye on the situation, because if they're as bad as they seem, I can foresee maybe getting put in a situation that may make me make a bad decision for my health in the long time, or the long game.
Yeah, I think you might be putting yourself in danger if you, and that's like just no shit barred, like no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You might be putting yourself in a bad situation with Archangel.
I really got to call my fixer and tell him to vet stuff better.
Rolls up his side to show like all of the bullet wounds that came out of that thing. He's like, very bad situation.
All of that, yeah.
Ooh, okay. She's just getting like, she's pacing back and forth, just like in her office. She's picked up a cat.
Oh like, yeah, your Saint Bernard is like with you and is starting to like put himself between you and everybody else in the room. It's like, oh, my owner's anxious. I better protect my owner, kind of thing. Yeah.
And she starts like fiddling with things and just tightening. It's like, okay, yeah. So I don't want to work with someone that does the things you said, or possibly be blackmailed into having to work with them, or threatened, or anything like that. So yeah, like even thinking about partnership and all, I think I would feel comfortable if y'all wanna hang around, and especially since you obviously have some beef, and I won't get in the way of that.
Cool. Going out.
Just attempt to not have the gunshots near animals, if that comes to that. that would be preferable.
Understood, ma'am.
Well, sorry that it had to become that, Lorna, but yeah.
I'm glad I booked y'all in first.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise, we'd be having a bunch of different conversations right now.
Mm-hmm.
If we were having one at all.
Yeah. So I think we'll set up security and.
Yeah, you guys just like stake out the place. Like, all right, Rebecca, when you come in here.
I'm just hanging out with Lorna. Like, I'm just gonna hang out with Lorna and learn and talk shop. But
awesome. Yeah, I'd imagine that like
to help with the rest of that shit.
Yeah, like Vinton, Ta, and Oz, you guys just like hang out outside of the parking lot kind of thing. Wait for
absolutely
Archangel Chrome to come driving by.
I am gonna.
I imagine. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna call him to Vinton and just Vinton that Rebecca's on the list.
I remember. I was in the room when Silas was talking about it. Let's do it.
Buy your buddy some time.
Yeah, Rebecca was the name that we all saw on the list.
We all knew. Okay.
Yeah.
Pa, at some point during the conversation, maybe when Vin kind of walks off and goes something, goes, "Hey, Oz, can you laugh?"
Yes.
You
mean like on command? Like,
can you not laugh on command?
I mean, it's never as good.
What? Why? What is laugh? Why? Why do you do it then?
I don't know. It's just something that somebody tells you a good joke or something like that. You know, whatever's funny.
Can I hear it? Is it painful for you?
What?
Is it painful?
No.
Like, can you do it then?
You know, Ty, you told me, I think, once to let you know if you were weirding me out. You've hit that point. This is a weird conversation. Can you not laugh?
I don't know.
Because I saw you laugh earlier. You were laughing when the gas went off, and that was definitely.
Yeah, something felt really wrong with that.
Well, I mean, maybe because it was a chemically induced, it wasn't right. I mean,
tell me a good joke then. That's a good point. That's a good point. Tell me a good joke. Maybe can I do it naturally? Maybe if I do it naturally, it won't be like that.
Well, keep in mind that humor is subjective.
I need to laugh.
You need to laugh right now.
Yeah, I like something just felt off about that. I don't know.
I can't think of a joke right off the bat.
Todd is starting to look increasingly frustrated and goes, "Well, never mind. I didn't say anything." He's just gonna walk away.
Poor Todd doesn't know how to laugh.
The last little business with Lorna would actually be I'd be curious if there was a dog that she could part with for them to use at camp or to have at camp.
Jim,
I know, I'm like, would she part with her babies? I mean, one is her baby, the other are work babies.
Babies,
yeah.
You mentioned a golden retriever.
Yeah, but that's probably of the 3 that we had, since the other 2 are running and one is never leaving my side. The one that's there. What did we name her? Sarah? I think.
Sally. Because when Harry met Sally.
Yeah. Well, Harry's gonna be so sad though. Oh, we had to get a new Sally.
can always come out and visit. We're not that far away.
That's true. That's true. If we're partnered up, just like, well, I mean, we could. I mean, especially entering into some sort of partnership, and I would be willing to help y'all out. It would probably take a little bit because currently they're trained for Night City, and currently they're linked up to data terms here for tracking. So we'd have to kind of get her used to a whole new area. But
Yeah, I think Oz could handle all that.
Wait, what did I just get volunteered for?
Nothing. You're helping set up security.
You hear over comms like, Oz, I need you out here. I need security. I need eyes.
Why do you need me for security? You're the security expert, aren't you?
I can't hack into cameras like you can. I shoot things and drive really fast and throw people out windows.
Fine.
Just
like stomps, just like slumps his shoulders and starts going towards the door.
The other thing could be maybe not one of these and not one of these dogs, but you said you do come across them. Having one, if you do come across another dog, having it keyed to myself or the camp, I'd be very interested in that. I don't want to take away from your supply, I guess.
Yeah, and that's 100% possible. And I mean, especially too, if we're looking to grow, hopefully we can get some more people to help train up and maybe get someone there that knows exactly what they need to do, because it takes some training.
Yeah, I think that's something that the Midnight Runners might be interested in. And myself, I'd be interested in having a dog.
Scritch. I'm probably sitting down, like Boris's head is like even with mine. Like,
yes.
Like, yeah, even if it's not, the normal kind of running dogs, just having a good trained buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Therapy dogs are great.
Yeah. And then I'll like show her his whole like little apparatus with his collar, because I'm just like, I mean, like I'll just tell him, I'll be like, hey, heel. And instead of like stopping, he like runs up to you and he like, I don't know, he'd probably like hit his collar or something, like kind of scratch it, and it pops open and there's like a little hypo in there and like some speed heal, and then there's a button that just says like push for help. And then it's just my voice telling someone how to like inject speed heal in case I can't get to them.
Yes.
Love it. That's great.
I was like, he's got uses. More than just being cute.
Yeah.
I love the like in-field instruction set of like put it here against bare skin, press firmly, you're going to feel some pressure. It's good.
Just very, very calm, but he looks like the dog from Up, where he's just like, there's a voice coming out.
Cool.
That's awesome. Well, cool. I don't have anything else for you guys. I mean, we can handle the Rebecca thing off camera. Just presume that something happens, and there's going to be 3 of you, and she's not expecting to get jumped. So, like, there's only so much that's going to happen there. That's going to be pretty straightforward. So, Taylor, it's been awesome having you on the show. This has been so much fun.
Yeah, this is super fun.
Tell us again about the con save and what you guys are up to.
Yeah, so we are playing Red bi-weekly. We're talking about Cyberpunk twice a week currently, as we're getting hyped. Red already came out, but 2077 next week. And then we're going to kind of transition to more tabletop games. We're going to start a D&D game next year. It's almost 2021.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. And just keep doing more fun stuff and hanging out and meeting people and playing games. Just this.
Yes. Yeah. So everybody give the Con Save a follow on Twitch. Y'all are on the YouTubes as well. And you're in all the Discords too. Like y'all have a really fun Discord, and you're in all the Cyberpunk Discords and post your stuff in there and all that good stuff.
And all the places.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Well, awesome. I'm so glad we got to do this like crossover episode. This was really fun.
Yeah.
I really wasn't sure like how y'all were gonna go through this one, so it was fun to kind of put in some little curveballs for the team.
I like the laughing gas.
Yeah,
I'm gonna steal
right.
that. That's
Yeah,
great.
like the way I see it is the bozos are like, all right, we got to set up a cadaver, and we're gonna get trauma team to show up. Okay, it's first step. Trauma team has to show up. Cadaver fucks up trauma team. We get all the trauma team stuff, and then like Ario Meatwagon shows up with 20 dudes. Like, well, that's not fun. Like, that's not what we're going for here. Just
like their
wait.
budget. We don't want them. And
Yeah,
their
no, yeah.
firepower.
What is this? This is lame. we want the AV4 to come down.
Yeah.
You know that's gotta suck for the guy the bozo that was like, all right, look, here's the deal, dude. We're gonna pay for you to get a trauma team like thing, and then you're gonna get hurt. And
Yeah,
As soon as
exactly.
she said the bozo had trauma team, I was like,
Right.
huh?
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that was fun. That was really fun to see it all play out. So,
Yeah.
everybody at home, thanks a ton for watching. We're going to go and find somebody to raid because we got a bunch of you on. And I got to find somebody here.
Connor is doing a charity stream.
Oh, is he still doing his charity stream?
Looks like right now.
Oh, can
Awesome.
I
Yes.
plug one more thing?
Yes, 1,000% yes.
So James, who also GMs with me on our game, has a podcast called Shame Watch where they like the guilty pleasure movies and like watch them and talk about it. And they've hit like over 100 episodes and it's really great.
Oh,
But
that's
also
awesome.
on Monday is going to be the first episode of Game Watch that I'm a part of where we talk about video games.
That's
So,
awesome.
Cool.
That is so fun.
We're going to pump all of that because it'll come out and we're recording episode 2 tomorrow. So it's brand new. You can get in at the very beginning. Listen to
Yay.
me talk a lot about Mass Effect,
Yes.
mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And Crash
here for
Bandicoot.
that.
Honestly, that's it.
Crash Bandicoot. Fuck. That's awesome. Yeah, so definitely give Taylor a watch and a follow and all that good stuff. And that'll be it's really cool that you're starting a whole nother show.
Yeah, because he's been doing that, and I guest starred on it forever ago, and then we've always done stuff together, and then they were like, "Let's talk about video games." I'm like, "Yes,
Yes.
I would also like to talk about video games.
Yes.
Let's do it."
Indeed. That is always a good topic.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, we are going to raid Cyberwolf, who's a friend of ours. They're in the Jabroni TV circuit, and Cyberwolf is doing a charity stream right now. So everybody click to join, follow that, give Cyberwolf some love. He is an awesome human being and deserves all the love in the world. Folks, show.
We're playing Werewolf on the 15th,
Correct.
right?
Yes, so we have Werewolf. We have some Friday night streams coming up with Legend Keeper and HSG Horrific Spooky Gaming is coming. Lots of stuff this month. This month is very busy. And then we're going to end this month with like 12 days of actual play. So come back because we're going to do all kinds of stuff, charity work, all that good stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, we're going to get to it. We're going to pump all of our viewers to Cyberwolf. Everybody give him some emotes and some love. As always, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
All right, we are out.